Insomnia is usually defined as trouble falling asleep, trouble staying asleep, or waking up too early. But there are many different reasons or causes of insomnia. For example, Sally can't get to sleep at night because her chronic back pain keeps her awake. Sally suffers from secondary insomnia. Secondary insomnia is where your sleeping difficulties are a sort of side effect of another illness or condition such as depression, chronic pain, asthma, or menopausal symptoms. Richard is now in his 30s, but he's been unable to sleep since he was 4 years old. Apart from never having been able to sleep well, Richard is in quite good health. He doesn't have a stressful job, and he lives in a quiet area. Richard suffers from a form of primary insomnia. Primary insomnia refers to long-term sleeping problems that can't be attributed to an illness, or noises in the environment, or a psychological illness. For example, there is a very rare condition called idiopathic insomnia. This is where someone has had trouble sleeping since their childhood, in spite of being in otherwise good health, suffering no stress, not having bad sleeping habits, and not having any psychological conditions. Experts say that this form of insomnia may be due to an overactive awakening system in the body, but there are no known causes. Charmaine's inability to sleep was first triggered off when she began having problems with her boss. She was unable to sleep due to the worry and stress of the situation. Charmaine changed her job and is now happier in her work. Unfortunately, she's still unable to sleep, and her anxiety about her bullying boss has now been replaced with an obsession with being unable to sleep. Charlotte, like Richard, suffers from primary insomnia. However, she suffers from a condition called psychophysiological insomnia. People with this condition have a tendency to worry in general, but their worry that they won't be able to sleep tends to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The build-up of tension around the idea of not being able to sleep, plus the anticipation and the dread, can develop into a conditioned, persistent lack of sleep. Understanding the type of insomnia you have can help to move you towards a solution. For example, if you have secondary insomnia, you work mainly on alleviating the illness or condition that is preventing you from getting to sleep. With primary insomnia, you may focus on retraining the deeply ingrained habits of your brain through learning cognitive behavioral techniques or relaxation techniques. If you'd like more information about getting the brain to enter into a state of sleep, visit my website meditatetorsleep.com and pick up a free audio recording.